Atletico Madrid are in crisis.
Yes, my friends, as of making this video, Atletico has played 8 matches in 2026, and out of those 8 matches, guess how many we have won? Yep, we have won 3 matches. Out of those 3, one was in the Copa del Rey round of 16, which was an individual brilliance of Griezmann scoring a free kick. And other than that, we have draws against Real Sociedad, Levante, a relegation zone team, and Galatasaray away, and of course the losses in the semi-final against Real Madrid and the loss against Bodo Glimt at our home. Atletico has been this the turn of events at the start of 2026 has been pretty pathetic for Atletico. And of course, people are talking about all the things which has happened in the recent times about sacking of managers of Chelsea, Manchester United, and of course Real Madrid. But in between all those things, the crisis which has been there in Atletico is something which no one would really think about. But for a guy who follows Atletico Madrid, you would know that this is such a concerning phase for an Atletico fan for what this club's going to do in the rest of the season, because it looks like a dead rubber the way things are going till now. And talking about the January transfer window, things haven't been that nice, barring the deadline day, which, as I speak of, I made a YouTube short about how this January transfer window had been one of the worst of Atletico in recent years. Not because of like it is something that Atletico does a lot of stuff in winter transfer window, but of all the expectations and things which had happened alongside like this transfer window. We had 4 departures, which included 3 permanent one and of course 1 loan for Carlos Martin, whom I hope gets reintegrated in the team. And see, at the end, I said that we are going for the transfer of Ademola Lookman, which is a good transfer, and let's hope and I hopefully he's gonna fit in with a team. But other than that, these, as I said, are paper over the cracks of all the problems and all the mistakes which are being there in terms of the scouting, and how no matter what we speak and how much delusion can be, in a way disastrous our this summer window was, of where we spend around 180 million or so. And not only that, I also said that, as I said, other than Lookman, we were looking forward for Marcos Leonardo from Al Hilal, though that deal fall off. And after that, we went to 2 young midfielders, whom, to me, according to me, have kind of really kind of redeemed Matthew Alemany and the board members with the transfer, because these 2 guys are really solid people, like really solid young players out there who have really good potential. You talk about Obed Vargas and of course Mendoza from Elche. Though, see, I think Mendoza from Elche can definitely play with the main team, though I would say Vargas, since he's coming from MLS, would need a loan spell or so to any other team. It'll maybe gonna take him a season or 2 to get blended in with the intensity and the levels at which European teams play. So probably this season, half a season loan to any other European league, which is outside the top 5, like Eredivisie or maybe Liga Portugal, would be fine for him. And after that, a season-long spell loan for maybe a team of La Liga or any other top 5 team would be even nice. That is all I feel for him, and Mendoza should get into the team, and I think he would deserve minutes. And just like Pubil, eventually he'll get more and more game time, and it's great. As I said, we needed dribblers in the team. We did got Lookman, we did get Mendoza, so these are some guys who can penetrate low blocks and all. So eventually, I would say the transfer window ended on a good note for us. But still, man, I mean, as I say, there are tons of theories and tons of transfer rumors which are flowing out here and there. Every time we go from our first choice, second choice, third choice to finally getting fourth choice or nothing. That is exactly what happened with us while talking about the left back position, because we did not got up any player for the left side. Maybe Lookman can play at the left wing, but come on, man. I won't trust him playing at the left back position. Come on, man. Be realistic. And alongside that, I also believe, with this, we are also putting Hansko at more risk. I mean, he's a dependable player. He deserves all the lauds and credits he gets, because he plays as a left back, like a makeshift left back, and of course the centre back where his original position is. And Mark Pubil occasionally becoming a centre back, then of course right back when Llorente goes up. Getting Mark Pubil has been really important. See, it's law of averages. We bought in 7 or 8 players in the summer window, so of course there are gonna be 2-3 signings who's gonna work. So these are those 2-3 signings which are working. The only signing which of course which did not work, and just I'm really kind of sad, but it had to be done for him, I would say, was Raspadori, of course. But as I said, what's the main question which we should be asking is whether this is gonna solve things or not, and what are our expectation in terms of the performances of this team for this season and of course the next season. We got 3 transfers. One, which is of course a guy who's basically in his peak or so he should become a banging and stuff and all. And the another 2 transfer which we have done are more like definitely they're long-term signing prospects, and only one of them I would say, as I said before, is gonna play probably in La Liga. Other one is gonna be loaned out, hopefully. And see, the thing about this season is we're probably experimenting now. I don't know what happened, and as I said, it's crisis. The crisis which, as I said about I have said in my previous videos to trust the process, because the only guy whom I trust among all these board members and all the things which is happening in club is Simeone. Okay. And see, we probably have to suffer a bit more in terms of our league performances. As I said, I just want us to win consecutive matches, win 10 matches on a row or so, do something like, so that you may get close to the top position, not necessarily go for the title. I don't know if we're gonna go, because see, as I said, you have to be realistic. We're not competing at this moment. It's February and we are 10 points behind. Just get to a point where we are around like 4-5 points behind Barcelona, because they will definitely drop points here and there, but those things will be far and pretty few moments from which we have to be hopeful of. Okay. And next up, the only realistic trophy which we can win is Copa del Rey, and we have our Copa del Rey match on 5th, which is basically 2 days since this video is gonna be live on YouTube. So as I say, this match will be a make or break for us for this season. If we lose against Real Betis at their home, it's a tough away match for us. It's quarterfinal against Betis. Then it's gonna be like this season is done. And if we win, then we have to put all our eggs in Copa del Rey. We might suffer a bit in league, but it is what we have to do. And these new signings, specifically of Lookman, has to work with the team. Simeone has to find ways to get this guy straight up balling, and it is the best time to get him play and get more minutes, given the fact that Griezmann and Sorloth both are injured. And in the midfield, give Mendoza a bit time, integrate him a bit more in the squad. See, now we have got decent good people in terms of the midfield. Okay, we've got good young guys out there. We've got Mendoza, we've got Vargas, we've got Barrios, and of course we've got Cardoso. These are the 4 guys we have in the midfield, alongside of course the experience of Koke. Vargas, I don't think he's gonna play much though. And we have to do better, man. Now come on, bro, like this thing, we have to find a way to make this team work. It's gonna be mostly a 4-4-2-esque positioning on which we're gonna play, because the way things are with. And as I said, man, I don't have much more to say. The crisis is still there, because the last 2 matches in the Champions League, those were just unacceptable. Specifically the match against Bodo Glimt, they deserved to win because they were the dominating team out there. We were a joke the match. See, Simeone is not perfect, I'm gonna say this. He has his own downside, like his own problems, but that does not mean that I'm just giving him a huge benefit of the doubt, because the kind of transfers which happens, how for a lot of the players we go for, we eventually sign in the 4th choice, 5th choice, or nobody then for those positions. Then how do you expect him to compete? And this is exactly the reason why in last 6-7 years we have just got a single trophy. Okay, that is it, man. Like, that is it for this video. And there's a lot I have to talk about more, but this is what I have, my current thoughts which I have are these. Do make sure to comment below to tell me what you all guys feel about Atletico and this season. And if you're watching till now, like you have been here, that's amazing, man. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.